Ladies and gentlemen, seasoned firearm aficionados, new shooters, and everyone in between, welcome back. Today we're diving headfirst into a topic that's bound to spark some heated debates, raise a few eyebrows, and maybe even make a few of you rethink your last purchase. Yep, it's time for the no-holds-barred truth. Top 7 guns only idiots will buy. When you're choosing a firearm, it's more than just a purchase. It's an investment in your safety, your enjoyment at the range, and sometimes even your livelihood. So, wasting money on a subpar firearm isn't just frustrating, it can be downright dangerous. So buckle up, folks. We're about to explore the wild world of firearms that make you ask, what were they thinking? And if you're guilty of buying one of these, well, consider this your chance to laugh it off and learn. 1. Taurus Spectrum. First on the chopping block is the infamous Taurus Spectrum. When it was launched, Taurus hyped this micro-compact 0.38 CP pistol as the next big thing in concealed carry. They emphasized its sleek, futuristic design and ergonomic features, claiming it was a revolutionary step forward. But what did buyers actually get? A finicky, unreliable firearm that's better at malfunctioning than shooting straight. The Spectrum's trigger feels like it was designed by someone who's never pulled one before. Spongy, inconsistent, and heavy. And let's talk about reliability. It's not just the occasional stovepipe, it's failure to feed, failure to eject, and sometimes failure to fire. Sure, it's affordable, but you'll spend more time clearing jams than you will shooting. A carry gun should inspire confidence. The Spectrum inspires frustration. 2. Desert Eagle. 0.5 AE Gold-Plated Edition. The Desert Eagle 0.5 AE is already a beast of a firearm. It's big, it's bold, and it's utterly impractical for most people. But the gold-plated version? That takes impracticality to a whole new level. Unless your name is Tony Montana, this is a gun that serves no real purpose beyond being a flashy conversation piece. Let's break it down. It's heavy, weighing in at nearly 5 pounds when fully loaded. The recoil is punishing. The ammo is absurdly expensive. And good luck carrying it discreetly. Yes, it's iconic, but it's also the firearm equivalent of a sports car with no engine. Looks cool, but don't expect it to be useful in real-world scenarios. If you've got cash to burn and a flair for the dramatic, go ahead. But for everyone else, there are far better ways to spend your money. 3. High Point C9. The High Point C9. Where do we even start? Chambered in 9mm, it's probably one of the most talk-about budget firearms out there, and not in a good way. Sure, it's cheap, but you know what they say, cheap guns aren't good, and good guns aren't cheap. The C9 is heavy, awkward, and about as ergonomic as a cement block. Its slide looks like it was repurposed from an industrial paperweight. And while it does have a reputation for being indestructible, that's not much comfort when you're dealing with frequent jams and a trigger pull that feels like dragging a cinder block uphill. Look, I get it, not everyone has the budget for a high-end firearm, but if you're considering a C9, do yourself a favor and save up a little more for something that won't have you pulling your hair out at the range. 4. Rossi Circuit Judge. Let's move on to the Rossi Circuit Judge, the weird hybrid that's part revolver, part rifle, and 100% confusing. Chambered in 0.45 Colt and 0.41 bore, this firearm tries to do it all but fails spectacularly. It's like the Swiss Army knife of guns. Great in concept, terrible in execution. The cylinder gap spits gas like a flamethrower, which is a safety concern and a major annoyance. The design is clunky, the weight is uneven, and the accuracy is mediocre at best. It's not a good revolver and it's not a good rifle. So what is it? A novelty. If you're looking for versatility, there are far better firearms that don't come with a built-in identity crisis. 5. Remington R51. Oh, the Remington R51. What can we say about this pistol that hasn't already been said in 1,000 angry forum posts? When Remington announced this gun, the hype was off the charts. Chambered in 9mm, it promised to be sleek, innovative, and perfect for concealed carry. Instead, it became a cautionary tale on how not to release a firearm. The original R51 was plagued with issues. Failure to feed, failure to eject, and catastrophic malfunctions were just the tip of the iceberg. Remington tried to salvage its reputation with a second-generation model, but by then the damage was done. The R51 had become a joke, a meme, and a symbol of how even big-name manufacturers can drop the ball. If you see one of these at your local gun shop, just walk away. 6. Zip 22LR. If you've never heard of the Zip 22LR, count yourself lucky. This bizarre little pistol looks like something you'd find in a sci-fi movie prop department, and its performance is just as alien. Chambered in 0.22 LR, it was supposed to be a lightweight, innovative firearm. Instead, it's a disaster. The Zip 22 is almost impossible to operate smoothly. The controls are confusing, the reliability is non-existent, and the design is so counterintuitive that you'll spend more time trying to figure it out than actually shooting. And when it does fire, don't be surprised if it jams after every round. This is one gun that's so bad, it's almost fascinating. 7. Cobra FS380. Rounding out our list is the Cobra FS380, a true Saturday night special in every sense of the term. Chambered in 0.38 CP, this pistol is cheap, flimsy, and unreliable. 3 things you never want in a firearm. The pot metal construction feels like it could fall apart in your hands, and it's notorious for cracking under normal use. The trigger is awful, the accuracy is laughable, and the reliability is non-existent. In short, it's a liability. If you're looking for an affordable firearm, there are far better options out there. The FS380 is a perfect example of why you should never compromise on quality when it comes to your safety. There you have it, folks. The top 7 guns only idiots will buy. Now, I know some of you might be sitting there thinking, but I own one of those. And that's okay. Like I said earlier, we all make mistakes. The key is to learn from them and make smarter choices moving forward. Firearms are tools, and like any tool, they should be reliable, durable, and effective. The guns on this list fail in one or more of those categories, which is why they've earned their spot. So if you're shopping for your next firearm, do your homework. Test before you buy, and don't let flashy marketing or a low price tag lure you into a bad decision. Remember, a good firearm isn't just about how it looks or how much it costs. It's about how it performs when it matters most. Stay smart, stay safe, and as always, happy shooting.